I would love to ask it at least just a little bit for folks, let's say in our generation or younger, who do feel that sense of hopelessness to some degree with government. Is there anything you would recommend of either how to think about it or what to do, or maybe just some words for folks who are like, I'm scared of what's going on right now? Because I think a lot of us feel that.
Yeah. I mean, I think the thing that I come back to is the fact that in our history, we have faced moments that seemed very dark. And, you know, the 20s, not a great time.
No.
And then we had the New Deal. But between that, we had, you know, the big crash, the world wars. And so, you know, I do think that that this country is capable of a lot of incredible things. And that's partly because of the people here. And I think more and more people are recognizing that the state of things being so terrible is not some inevitability, but actually is the result of people in positions of power making decisions one way, but that could be made a different way, is really important. And so I think, you know, focusing on local government, on state government, making sure that people are in those positions because they want to do the right thing, even when it means standing up to powerful interests, I think is really important. And, you know, obviously what happens in the coming years politically is going to be really key.
I love that you ground it in history, because I think so many people think some of the ideas you're talking about are like insanely radical, but they really are in living memory things that were enforced and done in America. Like Joe Biden was 30. Like, it's not that crazy to have done these things. And it's so funny that now, after some of these years, that it just is treated like that's un-American. It's completely impossible for us to be enforcing antitrust in a way that worked great.
I mean, it's as American as it comes, right? I mean, the American Revolution was in part a protest against monopoly, right? The British East India Tea Company had achieved a monopoly over this key input, and Americans were revolting against that. And the idea that, you know, we overthrew a king just to go be ruled by some monopolies was like so anathema that it's partly what led to the antitrust laws. And they actually talked about it. They said, you know, if we're not going to be ruled by a king, we also don't want to be ruled by these autocrats of trade. And there was a real understanding that if what we really care about is democracy and freedom for people, we need checks and balances in our government, in our political sphere, but we also need checks on monopoly power and making sure our economy is more fair. And so I think those things being really connected is very American.
Lina Khan,